Yeah, friends, please see. This is the crucial stage. I request you all to please concentrate. Please see this one. This is the data set I prepared, randomly I prepared. This is the dissimilarity matrix I computed. Yes, I computed this dissimilarity matrix using Euclidean distance. Whereas, with respect to you, you people all are advised to compute dissimilarity matrix other than this one. Right? Here, if you observe, x2y is 2.65, y2x is also there. But what about y2z? Is it correct? Is it 2.65 only? Friends, please verify. Yeah, this one also. Right or not? Let us change explicitly because I don't want to. Explicitly, I have changed to make it convenient. Right? Now, x and y both are singleton objects. These two were merged because this is the smallest value. Dissimilarity is smaller distance. I have combined xy to xy is 0. We know this is nothing but the what is the next xy to z. How much is the dissimilarity? How to compute? This is the point I ask you to concentrate. What is the distance from x to z? Please tell me. X to z is how much?
4.80.
Very good. 4.80. 4.80. X to z is 4.80. What about y to z?
2.78.
2.78. Very good. Please concentrate. X to z is 4.8, y to z is 2.78. Here in hierarchical clustering, there are three types of clustering: single linkage, average linkage, complete linkage. Complete linkage means whichever value is having maximum, that portion I need to consider. Maximum dissimilarity which object is having? X to z. Now consider the dissimilarity from xy to z as 4.8 only. If you consider complete linkage, okay, then x to a and y to a. X to a is how much? 4.3. Y to a is how much? 3.4. Which one is higher? Let us say 4.3. Complete linkage. Let us draw how you will get. If you want, you can concentrate. I don't know whether. Please see. For example, many agglomerative techniques such as minimum, maximum, group average. Minimum defines cluster proximity as the closest 2 points. Maximum takes proximity between the farthest 2 points. Okay. I told complete linkage. Complete linkage is nothing but maximum. That's why I considered maximum. Now, x to b and y to b. X to b is how much? 6.2. Y to b is how much? 5.47. Let us put 6.20. X to c, how much? 5.29. Y to c, 7.74. 7.74. X to d, 4.24. Y to d, 3.6. Now 4.24. Is it okay? Have you understood or not?
Yes, sir. Understood.
This is nothing is there, very simple. Similarly, z to xy, which is nothing but xy to z, because similarity, right or not? Lower triangular matrix, 4.80 only. Z to z, 0. Z to a, z to b, z to c, These values straight away I can obtain from these values, right or not? Z2A, Z2B, Z2C, Z2D. Similarly, A to XY to A, 4.3 only. Now, A to Z, these values. Why I am writing like this is, friends, please remember, you need to programize. You need to programize. For that purpose, I am asking you, I am presenting this thing. B to X, XY to B, 6.20, sorry, 6.20 only. Then B to Z, C to XY to C, 7.74, C to Z, C to A, okay, D 4.24, D to Z, now this is after forming the X and Y as clusters and this object is formed. If you want to draw the dendrogram, how can I draw? Let us assume we can draw the dendrogram very easily, right? Now XY objects were clustered. Now tell me which is the smallest value, closest clusters. What objects are the closest now? XY to A is 4.3 or XY to D is 4.24. Is there any lesser value? Please see.
D to B, sir.
Very good. I appreciate you. B to D is small, 3. Very good, Amma. Now, the next stage is X to Y is not at all changing. Z is as it is. A is as it is. B and D were merged. C is as it is. Okay? Similarly, friends, please see, this is very, very important. Very easy if you understand the logic. Z, A, B to D, then C. This matrix we need to compute now. Okay. Here also, please go for representation is also very, very important. X to Y, 0 only. XY to Z, is it changed? No. That's why, please help me. 4.80 only. XY to A, not changed. 4.3 only. Now, please tell me. XY to BD, what you need to do?
6.20.
6.20, sir.
XY to B is this much, XY to D is this much. We are using complete linkage. That's why you told 6.20 appreciations. Next, XY to C is
7.
Kali. Okay. 7.74. Like this. Now, it is going to change. These three values are not going to change as it is. Next, Z2B and Z2D.
5.19, sir.
5.19. Z2C. Same. 8.36. Right or not? Now A2, XY, Z, A. These three are same. Next, tell me
4.69, sir.
4.69. A to C is 8.8.
8.80.
Very good. B to D and X to Y is same. Right or not? 6.20 only. B to D, Z. Z to BD is 5.19 because of the symmetry. A 4.69 only, 0 and C. How much? B2C and D2C. B2C is and D2C. How much value now we need to give? B2C is how much? 8.18. D2C is 8.18. Next, C2XY not changed. BD, C2B and C2D. Is it same or not? 8.180. Is it correct? Or I did any mistake? Please tell me. This is another matrix. Step 1, step 2. These all are the singleton clusters. Sir, first you draw the dendrogram. Very good. Let us draw the dendrogram. Okay. I will use this one only. Draw the shapes. Let us assume in this only. I am drawing from 15th cell onwards vertically. What is the maximum value you observed? 10 units, na? Say 15 to 25. This is random, Andy. Don't worry about this. Means each one cell is 1 unit. Now, horizontally in X scale, I am representing objects. How many objects? 8 objects. Let's draw like this. First objects, combined objects are X and Y. Say this is X and this is Y. These two I am aligning to center. At what distance these two were merged? Yeah, tell me 2.65. Let us say draw a line 2.65. Don't worry, 2 cells random. I told you. This is the cluster formed, right? Okay, X to Y. Next, at 2.65, I told the number of cells you assume like that. Next, or I will put value 2.65, no problem. Next, what objects clustered? What objects, tell me? B and D. B and D were combined at 6.20. We don't know where B and D will come. Let us, because we are assuming we can change whatever you want. B and D were merged at 6.2. Is it correct? B and D. One second, please. Sorry, kids are there. Yeah. Please see now. B and D were merged at a distance of
3
how much?
cells. 3 cells.
3, right. Thank you. 3. Let us draw again. I am we need to press shift button before drawing, then only that object will come straightly. B and D. This is B and this is D, right? We we can change now. That's not a problem. Just to know the procedure, how you draw and all. B and D were combined at 3. Next what cluster formed? Now we need to see. Tell me, what is the smallest value? 4.3.
4.30.
Tell me 4.30. Is it 4.30 only? Yes.
Sir.
Now what happened? Now A object, A is one cluster. Don't see A is one. Don't see A is one object. It is one cluster. A cluster and X comma Y cluster are going to merge. What about the dissimilarity matrix now? X, Y, comma A. Right? That's why initially I used that hyphen symbol. XY comma A. Here also XY were first combined, then A joined. Then Z as it is. Then A is as it is. Sorry, A is not there. B and D is there. B and D is there. Then C is there. C is there. Right or not? Now you need to build right away. I can say the number of decimal places 2 only. Right? Now, how much? What is the value we need to consider? XY to A 4.3 only. But these two were merged 0. XY to Z and A to Z. XY to Z 4.8. A to Z 4.58. That's why how much? 4.80. Then XY to BD, A to BD. XY to BD, A to BD 6.20. Then XY to C, A to C. XY to
8.88, sir.
8.88.
88.
Very good. Thank you. Next. It is not going, no need to compute. Now Z to B and Z to BD, how much?
5.19.
5.19. Please friends, everyone need to participate. Then what will happen?
8.36.
8.36. Okay. Next BD to X.
6.20.
Okay.
BD.
BD to X.
5.19.
Very good.
8.18, sir.
Okay.
8.88, sir.
8.88, 8.36, 8.180. Right or not? This is because నేను చేస్తూ ఉన్నాను కాబట్టి ఇంత టైం పడుతూ ఉందండి. యాజ్ ఏ సింగిల్ పర్సన్ మీరు చేశారంటే యూ కెన్ డూ వెరీ ఫాస్ట్లీ దాన్ మీ నో డౌట్. ఇఫ్ యూ పర్ఫార్మ్ ప్రోగ్రామింగ్ very fastly you can complete. Now what objects you are going to merge? X, Y and A has combined at what distance? X, Y and A has combined at 4.3, right? Now please go to this dendrogram, draw object A at 4.3, right or not? Now again what object it is? A. Is it okay? Are you 4.30? Is it clear or not? Please tell me. 4.30.
Yes, sir.
You can, no problem. What? Right. Now What object you combined here? Now which object you are going to merge? How many? Meanwhile, you please verify. X, Y and A, one cluster is formed. Very good. B and D, another cluster is formed. Yes. Right or not? Right? The two clusters were formed. What value, what clusters are closest now? X, Y, A.
4.80.
Yes, 4.80. X, Y and Z. Please combine those things. Or shall I? No, because I will write here. Please see. I will write here. X2, Y is first joined cluster, then A joined, then Z is going to join. Right or not? Then next cluster is B2D only, next cluster is C. Similarly, X2Y, comma A, comma Z, B2D and C. Is it correct? Maybe there is a possibility of while presenting I may confuse. Please correct me if I did any wrong. Okay. Now what is the value? XYA and Z is combined. XYA and Z is combined. This is 0 only. XYAZ. XYA to BD. How much? 6.20 and Z to 4.80. Now value is 6.20. Correctly. XY, this one is same. Is it going to change or not? XYA to 8.88. Z to C is how much? 8.36. Maximum is 8.88 only. Now BD to XYAZ 6.20, 0.0. Next BD
8.18.
8.18. Very good. Now
8.88. 8.18. 00.
Right. Now what clusters are going to join? XYAZ and B and D are going to join at 6.2. Now again at 6.2, 4.3, 5. Yes. Hope you can very fastly grasp this, right or not? Maybe for me it is taking time.
Sir, XYA with Z at 4.80, sir.
Okay. Yeah, please come again. What you are saying?
XYA with Z at 4.80. So dendrogram is between A and B.
No. Please repeat once again. XY.
First Z తో క్లస్టర్ చేసాం కాబట్టి Z తో గీయాలి కదా సార్ డెండోగ్రామ్.
కరెక్ట్ అమ్మా. అవునరా, జెడ్ తోటే గీయాలి, నాట్ బీడి. ఎక్కడ చేసాం? జెడ్ తోటి. ఇక్కడే కదా, ఇప్పుడు జెడ్ తోటే కంబైన్ అయింది. రాంగ్లీ ఐ రోట్. వెరీ గుడ్. At what distance? Z to the
4.80.
yes, 4.80. Good. Good observation. Is it okay now? మాధవ మాట్లాడించకు తల్లి నేను జెడ్ ఓకే వాట్ హ్యాపెన్ వేర్ ఇట్ వెంట్ this is at 4.80 right or not next smallest object is 6.20 this object is going to combine with B and D at these two were combined at 6.20 that's why .20 is it okay now friends please tell me is it okay now
Yes, sir.
Okay, sir.
very good what is the another value now the next one is what objects were combined please see x y a sorry a z comma b to d were merged here right or not yes next what object is left over here only C 2 by 2 matrix now C how much value you will get now tell me 0 what is the C 8.88 and 8.18 8.88 only 8.88 0 right or not at 8.88 C is going to join please see here it is C why drawing is fast and modifying Right. At how much value? 8.88. Now, these can be combined 8.88 or 8.18. At what value combined? 8.18. Finally, these two were merged. Right. Okay. Please observe this. Are you able to hear my voice?
Yes, sir.
Finally, this is called the dendrogram. This is called the dendrogram. What is the advantage here? Please compare. In last class, previously, we built k-means clustering. The dissimilarity matrix is only one. I can say this is not k-means sharp exactly. I can say it is partition around mid-height. Why? Because I have not rebuilt the dissimilarity matrix by computing the average of the value. Right or not? When I built this thing, you have seen the advantage. How much fastly it formed the clusters. Whenever my cluster centers were changed, I need to repeat the entire process. Right or not? Please tell me. K equal to 2, who has given? We have given k equal to 2. If you ask me to create 3 clusters, except dissimilarity matrix, nothing is going to utilize here. I need to rebuild the entire process. 1 second, please. Okay, there is a meeting at 10 o'clock with our university registrar. That's why I got the reminder now. No problem. Yeah, please see. I requested them already. Yeah, please see. Whenever I changed k equal to 3, this entire procedure is not going to utilize. I need to take k equal to 3, random values, rebuild the cluster. Finally, I need to compare and tell which one is best. This is the k-means, k-means or k-mid-height, whatever it may be. If you come to the hierarchical clustering, please see here. This is the entire process I followed. Now tell me, how many clusters you want to form? Friends, please tell me, how many clusters you want to form? Friends, randomly tell how many clusters I need to. Suppose if your answer is two clusters, what are the two? Where I need to cut? Where I need to cut the tree? At this place. If I cut at in between 6.20 and 8.8, I can get two clusters. One cluster is X, Y, A, Z, B, D, and other cluster is C only. Right or not? Please see. If you ask me to form two clusters, I can create two clusters using this way. This is cluster 1 and this is cluster 2. You can compare the result. You can compare the result with k-means also. Now, if you ask me to create 3 clusters, what I need to do? Just I need to move the cutting point in between 4.8 to 6.20. 4.8 to 6.20. What are the clusters formed? X objects, X, Y, A, and Z. That is one cluster. B, comma D, another cluster. C is another cluster. These are the 3 clusters it has formed. See the advantage of hierarchical clustering. C1, C2, C3. Right or not? Okay. This is, if you ask 2 clusters, this one. If you ask 3 clusters, this one. I have not built the entire algorithm now. Right or not? Already it has created. I have utilized that structure. If you ask me, if you change, you ask me, I want 4 clusters. What I need to do? Tell me. Somebody need to tell. What are the 4 clusters? Where I need to cut? In between, please. Somebody is going to speak.
4.3 to 4.8.
4.8. Very good, Nana. Very good. What are the 4 first cluster objects?
X, Y, A.
Very good. X, Y, A. Second cluster.
Z,
Third cluster.
B, D, C.
Fourth cluster is C. C1, sorry. C1, C2, C3, C4. These are the 4 clusters it has formed. Right or not? This is the advantage of hierarchical clustering. Okay? This is the advantage of hierarchical clustering. This is the procedure you need to follow to build agglomerative hierarchical clustering. Agglomerative hierarchical clustering. Right? This is the dissimilarity matrix I constructed here for this data set. Means for 7 objects I want to cluster, it took this much time. Sir, how can you say, sir, nested clusters? If you observe this one, clusters XY is one cluster, A is joined. Means nested cluster means in what way it is nested? If you ask me, sorry, this is not Z, no, this is Y. If you ask me this one, nested formation, I can represent like this, X, comma, Y is first formed. Please see X, comma, Y were first formed. Then what object it is joined? A joined, then Z is joined, like this. You can represent even in this way also you can represent, right? Please see, this is the nested first cluster, XY is formed, then A object is joined into the cluster and A is also, Z is also joined. This is the way you can represent, you can use your representation. Friends, have you received this content or not? Whatever I told you till now. Dendrogram. This is the hierarchical cluster tree. You can draw ovals like this. X, Y, one object. A has joined. Or if you ask me to represent that one also, it won't take more time. This is X, Y. I am not going to fill. Balagi, 2 minutes andi. Vastunnanu. అలాగే 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 వచ్చేస్తున్నాను. బ్రేక్ ల్యాబ్ అన్నమాట, ల్యాబ్ వీసీ గారు కూడా ఉన్నారు. వచ్చేస్తున్నాను. 2 minutes అంతే. థ్యాంక్ యూ. సారీ అండి, యూ కెన్ ప్లీజ్, ఐ నీడ్ టు స్టాప్ నౌ. నెక్స్ట్ ఐ విల్ టేక్ X, Y. Next remaining portion I will complete in the next, or you can by simply seeing the ovals how they formed the dendrograms, you try to draw this like this, you try to build. Okay, this is the hierarchical tree, this is the hierarchical clustering tree, this is the dendrogram. You can, this is also dendrogram, but visualization is when I am viewing from top, this object looks like this, but finally this is agglomerative hierarchical clustering. I am going to stop here. I will take any queries in next class, or you can share me through the Google form, through my Google form. Shall I stop here? Because I need to attend other meeting. Can I stop?
Okay, sir.
Thank you, Pujita and Madhuri. Thank you all. Please share your feedback, how you received, what are the points I need to concentrate. Ushanag, please continue. Ushanag, I am stopping here.
Okay, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.